The 1950 Great Brink's Robbery. On the cold morning of January 17, 1950, a gang of daring criminals pulled off what would become one of the most infamous heists in American history. They stole a staggering $2.7 million, equivalent to more than $30 million today, from the Brink's Armored Car Depot in Boston, Massachusetts. This was no ordinary crime. It was a meticulously planned operation that would leave the city in shock and the authorities scrambling for answers. The gang, led by a mastermind who knew the ins and outs of the Brink security system, spent months preparing for the heist. They studied every detail, from the schedule of the armored cars to the layout of the vaults. They even knew the exact times when the guards would be on break and when the shift changes occurred. With their plan in place, they struck with precision. Under the cover of night, the robbers donned uniforms that made them appear as if they were members of the Brink staff. They entered the building as if they belonged, their faces hidden behind masks. Their movements were calm, calculated, as they made their way to the vaults, bypassing the complex security systems with ease. It was a seamless operation, almost as if they had rehearsed it. And in many ways, they had. Once inside, they loaded the cash that had been stored in secure vaults, thought to be impenetrable, into bags and swiftly made their way out. The entire operation lasted less than 30 minutes. By the time the authorities arrived, the gang had vanished without a trace, and the city of Boston was left reeling from the audacity of the crime. Despite an extensive investigation, the criminals behind the Great Brink's robbery would evade capture for several years. It wasn't until much later that authorities uncovered the full scope of the gang's activities. They had pulled off the perfect crime, one that would go down in history as one of the greatest heists ever committed. The Great Brink's robbery remains a symbol of criminal ingenuity, a reminder that even the most secure institutions are vulnerable when a well-orchestrated plan is put into action. And to this day, the mystery surrounding the heist continues to capture the imagination of true crime enthusiasts everywhere. Help the channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing.